Okay, so let's just first say hello. Hello. What's up,
Hello.
O?
We're back.
Listen,
We told
so
y'all we was coming back.
the people have been saying, where you at? I know that's grammatically incorrect. Where have you all been? We haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Are you still doing the podcast? The answer is
Yes.
yes. As we
Yes.
said last Sunday night after I pulled Dr. O off the dance floor.
I'm sorry.
We are back. Life has been lifing and God has been guiding. Okay, so we are still here.
Yes.
And yes, this is still the Doing the Doctorate podcast. I
Yes.
am Dr. Kesslin, founder and executive leader of the PhD Consultants, where we help people get in, through, and out of their doctoral program while reminding you that the doctoral degree is not just merely a degree of intelligence, it is a degree of persistence. So we help you persist.
Yes.
Yes, this is the Doing the Doctorate podcast, and it's a special session, right?
Yes.
This series, this summer series, we usually don't do a summer series.
Mhm.
This summer series is because you requested it,
That part.
not because you haven't seen us. But so many of you have said, Doc, I'm seeing all these people graduating and I'm seeing your post. You're following me on Dr. Kesslin, right? Right.
Better be.
Everywhere, right? So I'm seeing all these posts about people graduating, and I think this is what I want to do. So the podcast, I'm turning down the volume on my phone because I still forget to do that. Some things don't change. So this podcast, this season is really to help those of you who are interested in doctoral education prepare. You can't just jump in. So we're going to focus on preparation, but you all do know that I don't do this alone, right? I have my girl, the incomparable mompreneur, founder of STEM Early, mama of a tribe,
A whole child.
a whole tribe,
A whole child.
the show stopping, the absolutely amazing,
You're so nice.
and beautiful, and energetic, and business owner. And
listen, you keep it. Listen, I'm receiving. I'm receiving all of it. I'm learning how to receive.
You all should follow her too, but she'll tell you about that.
I will.
Dr. O. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Listen,
that. I love that.
Listen, what's going on? How are you?
Listen, we are in the throes of the end of the school year. So you know what that means. As a mom, as a educator, graduation season. It's also wedding season for a lot of people. So it's
also money season for those of us who are giving.
It's money season.
Okay.
Proms.
Yes.
Dances, all the things. So it's really busy here, and we have been really beefing up our sales and marketing because a lot of people are now looking for summer institutes, pre-service institutes. So this is the season where we do a lot of reaching out, a lot of strategy sessions, helping people plan for the new year so they can end the year strong and start the year strong, all the things. So that's what I'm up to.
Okay, so I know we didn't talk about this, and I'm probably putting you on the spot, but are you doing anything with oh gosh, what is it? God's, oh gosh, not STEM. It's through STEM Early, but if you have a summer like STEM camp for kids, what is it called?
So I'm not doing the full blown summer camp. The gospel according to STEM.
The gospel according to STEM. Yes.
We're not doing the full camp, but I was able to partner with my church to do identity according to STEM. Because last year we did the gospel according to STEM as a week-long VBS. So this year we're doing identity according to STEM as a week-long VBS for the whole family. So we're super excited. We had about 150 kids last year. I'm really praying for 300 kids. It is open for anyone. So if you live in the DMV area, you want to come out, it's free food. We have a carnival on Friday. It's a fun time. And it's just a lot of hands-on STEM activities, teaching kids and adults about their identity in Christ. So I'm excited about that. So we are doing that for the
Nice.
So
sorry, I know I threw it on you. Do you know the date?
Are you?
Sorry.
Is it? It's all good.
Do you know dates? Do you know the dates?
Yeah, so it's
you
June.
Want to say the church and all of that?
Yeah, yep. So it'll be held at Mount Pisgah AME Church, which is 5901 Cedar Fern Court in Columbia,
Love that
Maryland.
church. Columbia, Maryland. Love that church. Okay.
Look, Mount Pisgah. And then it'll be the last week of June. So I believe that's June 23rd to the 27th.
Awesome.
Yeah. So classes happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we have a closeout carnival. So
because the people in Mount Pisgah know how to throw a party.
We know how to party, and we got food trucks, and we got vendors.
Yeah.
Listen, I applied for so many. I applied for the STEM bus to come from the library. I don't know if they're come, but I applied. I applied for the what is that? Andrews Air Force Base. They have a drone tent that they bring to events. Listen, I applied for everything.
Come through.
Because I was like, everybody, come on.
Come through. I'm so glad I see.
Yep. And it's in the evening. It's in the evening. So it's from 6 to 8:30.
So people can go to work and then
come right to us and get your food.
Mount Pisgah and Columbia and get all the things. Food every night.
Food every night. STEMearly.com/VBS and you can register.
STEMearly.com
/VBS.
So listen, I guess do I still need to ask what's been going on? Like what have you been up to? Because clearly you've been planning the gospel identity according to STEM.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So listen, it's been okay. So let's catch up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't go beyond. Well, we
are. Sorry, Dr. Jones in the back.
Sorry, Dr. Jones. Sorry. So what else has been going on? It's been, let's see, I think we wrapped in December and we usually come back in spring, but we didn't. So what else has been going on? Oh, she's pulling out her calendar, y'all. That sister has been so busy.
So Dr. O's Learning Lab has been coming to schools all across the country.
Nice.
Starting to focus on teachers building love and understanding as a foundation for teaching young children. Because what we're finding is that there is a mindset shift that needs to happen within the early childhood education space. And so we're doing the mindset work, the compassion, the courage work, the heart work, because y'all know I have my heart framework. So I use my heart framework to go around and teach teachers how to have a mindset shift to teach young children. And it has been fabulous. I just came back from Kentucky. I'm going to Seattle next month. I'm going to North Carolina in like 2 more months. And we did, so many states, I can't name them all, but it's been fabulous. And so we are still booking for that. And so again,
where do people go?
So for this, you can just go to my link tree because there's a huge, because my STEMearly.com is under construction because we're rebranding.
Yeah.
We changed our logo. So we're super excited. So if you go to my link tree, it's just linktree/STEM Early. And the first button you come to says love and understanding. You click on it and you'll see my lovely one-sheeter with Dr. O Speaks.
Nice.
Just discovering the power of love and understanding and how that builds the confidence and the compassion to teach our youngest learners, because a lot of early childhood educators don't feel the respect and they don't feel like how some professors and people with their doctorate, how there's this level of confidence. And I tell all my educators, you should have that same level of confidence because the trifecta of developing young children is the parent, the provider, and the pediatrician. We are those providers, early childhood educators. So if we don't see ourselves on the same level as pediatricians, then we need a mindset shift.
Come on.
So there's that.
We're talking today about, what is the topic? The doctorate decoded. What it really means to pursue the doctoral degree.
What it means.
And so we're going to come back to that discussion about really why and what has get blah, blah, blah. What has getting the doctorate done for
For
you?
you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to talk about it because I tell all my early childhood educators, if you haven't thought about it, go back, get your doctorate, and there's a lot of people, oh, you don't, we're going to talk about it. And I'd say, my brother is a pediatrician. He's Dr. Jones. I'm an early childhood educator. I'm Dr. Harris. You know where we are? We are right here. We are parallel. So when I approach my parents, when I'm talking about my young children, I approach them just like Dr. Jones would as a pediatrician. And if you don't have that level
you are an expert.
You're an expert. You're an expert. And the doctorate degree pursuit gave me a level of confidence that I didn't have before. The process and the journey, not the piece of paper, but the journey and the process.
So good.
Yeah. Let's just jump. Wait, you can't start because I gotta get my notebook. Because listen, Dr. Kessler, I be taking notes. So now we can go.
Okay, so let me give the thought for the day.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about what that means, and we'll just segue right into like, why get the doctorate? Why do we even need to decode it, right? What do people think it is? So here it is. Here's the thought for the day. The thought for the day, let me give context. The thought for the day hit me because I really write 99.5% of them from my own experience. This thought for the day came from working with a doc student who, as I said in pre-show work, this person approached the doctoral degree like they are proving something. That's not what this is, right? You have to have a completely different mindset shift to understand the thought for the day. Here it is. The goal of the doctoral journey is not to show that you know everything. Rather, the goal is to reveal everything that is yet to be known. Let me say it again. The goal of the doctoral journey is not to show that you know everything. Like, no. Rather, the goal of the journey is to reveal what is yet to be known. Right? So you're not going in, your dissertation is not a document that is to show that you're right. No, it is to explore. It is to understand, and you have to be in an open mind to really understand. It does prove some things, but that proof may or may not be what you think it should be.
That part
may prove the opposite, and you have to be open to really see. You have to really go in and say, God, show me, dig deeply and show me what this really is about. And then at the end of your journey, you have to say, yeah, this research showed this, but yet we still have much more to know about A, B, C, and D. And then somebody's going to pick up where you left off and explore your A, B, and C, and D. So the goal of the doctoral journey is not to prove that you know everything. That final chapter talks about what is yet to be known.
Yep.
And you have to really be open-minded when you're approaching this thing. Okay, I talked a lot. What do you think, Doc? What do you think?
There's so much. I think the first thing is that knowledge is not the finish line.
Come through.
Right?
Write it down. O-ism. O-ism. Knowledge is
not the finish line. So the doctorate is not about reaching certainty, but it's about like expanding boundaries of inquiry, right? Because the doctoral journey doesn't begin with answers, but it begins with questions. Like all powerful research
Yes.
It begins not with answers. And I think that was the flaw of the student that you were talking about. Like,
Yes.
he had an answer, and now I'm going to persuade everyone with this paper that I'm writing to come on my side. That's a persuasive essay. That is not what this is about.
That's
okay?
not what this is about.
It's about having powerful questions and brave questions.
Yes.
Like, dare to ask something that you may not find the answer to in your lifetime.
Yes.
But you open the door for that question to be researched. And I think true scholars stay curious, because
yes.
the deeper you go, the more you realize there's so much more to explore.
I had a teacher in my divinity program. Yes, I have a master's in divinity. And my teacher would answer every question with, I don't know. I don't know. And that basically said, I know some things, but there's so much more that I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much more that we don't know. And if you haven't entered or completed your doctoral degree, saying, yes, we know this, but we don't know. There's so much more that
there's so much. And true wisdom begins when we acknowledge that we don't have all the answers.
Absolutely.
And that humility fuels your growth.
Yeah.
In all areas.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the journey teaches you, that you don't have the answers.
But Doc, connecting this to what we're talking about today, did you think that way?
Oh no!
Right.
Girl,
okay. Right.
Bye.
Right. Right. When we started the program, I knew that I had a broad topic that I wanted to research, but I really did kind of think I knew the answers. Okay. But if you haven't, the process is transitional. It's transformational.
Oh
if you're not being transformed, then the process is not working. Okay. Yeah. So we're talking today about decoding the doctorate, decoding the process, what it really means to pursue the doctoral degree. So I'll go back to my opening statement. The goal of the doctoral journey is not to show that you know everything. Rather, it's to reveal everything that is yet to be known. All right, so let's talk, Doc. Let's talk
about it.
What is the purpose of doctoral research? What would you say now in hindsight the purpose is of doctoral education? What would you say? Like, I talk about, for me, the purpose is exploration, research, asking questions, getting answers that lead to more questions, right? And then applying what you have learned, known and unknown, to practice, policy.
That's good.
Leadership. But I didn't go in with that thought.
No.
But now I really think that the purpose of doctoral research is to ask the questions that matter, that lead to impact, policy, practice, and leadership. But that's my thought. What are your thoughts about, like, what's the purpose of this thing?
That's a really good question. And I think for me, the purpose is to have a mindset shift and expand your boundaries of inquiry, because the questions that you ask are the questions that are going to change paradigms.
Yes.
Paradigms don't shift before questions are asked.
Come on. Yes.
That was good.
Right. Oism. That's the second one tonight.
Yeah, paradigms shift when questions are. They don't shift if you don't ask questions.
Come on.
Why are we still doing this? And then we start researching and we start looking and we start digging and digging more and digging more. And then all of a sudden, now we're like, we shouldn't do it this way. We should do it this way. Right. And then policies change, and then programs change, and then access is granted, right? Like, why don't we have more programs for students who are differently abled?
Yes.
Why do we view autism as a disability?
Yes.
What if it is an ability and a superpower? Like, these are questions that are being asked. And I think the doctorate the journey shifts your mindset, because if you're in a good program, they're going to teach you how to continuously question your questions.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
That's what I said earlier. That's where wisdom begins.
Yeah.
Wisdom begins with the acknowledgement of what I don't know.
Yeah.
And if I don't know it, I'm going to dig to what? To find out. And knowing that I might not find out X, but I may find out Y. And now when I thought I was going down this X rabbit hole, now I'm going down the Y rabbit hole. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that was a fundamental mindset shift that I had as I was going through the program. Because when I started,
Why did you start?
So I started because I wanted to.
Come on, tell the truth and shame the
what
devil.
Y'all not gonna do is judge me, okay? Let's start there.
Listen and we will not.
We will listen. We listen and we don't judge.
That's right.
I started because I wanted to write a paper that everyone would read and say, oh my God, she is the teacher's teacher and she knows everything about education and she's just the teacher's teacher. Dr. Jones, because my maiden name is Jones, Dr. Jones, and I was going to be famous and I was going to make a lot of money and people were going to respect me because I knew everything about what it means to be a good teacher.
And now
I found out, your girl, I found out that there was a lot that I didn't know at all.
Yeah.
And writing a paper, bruh, I'm sorry. It's
so much more than that.
That is a drop in the bucket of this lifelong journey.
Yeah. Because
even when you finish, you are not done.
That's what my mentor said. When I said I'm finished, she let me revel in that for about 30 seconds.
Because the work continues. Because when you get a mindset shift that you are literally here to make the world a better place in the areas that you research, you realize that this is bigger than getting some letters and people calling you doctor. Like, no, this is about being a world changer and a paradigm shifter.
Yes.
Like,
I cut you off. I just had a thought. I had a thought earlier. I had to write it down because I was going to forget. Really, the purpose for me, because of for me, this work is connected to my faith, right? My Christian faith. The doctorate gives me a bigger platform to be and do all that I am called to do as a person of faith.
I love it.
Right? So it is about platform, ministry, mission for me. People say all the time, like, and I know that there are people who, and no shade, people who do what they do to make lots of money. And there's nothing wrong with making money.
Right. Make your money.
Nothing wrong with it. For me, I do so much for free. I do so much for free. That doesn't mean I want to do everything for free. But I do a lot for free because for me, it is a part of my mission and my ministry and building a platform and people who I'm helping people. I'm creating a platform that helps people create their own platform and do their own ministry and mission work.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful. And yes, it begins with a question. That's the first thing.
That's good.
Secondly, here's a thought that came to mind in terms of why don't more people get their doctoral degrees? Specifically now, people of color. And here's a thought, and I don't know, I haven't read any research on it. I don't know. This is just a theory that I came with as you were talking. You were talking about the importance of the question. I grew up in the South in a Southern Black family where you could not ask questions. In fact, asking questions was rude and disrespectful, right? So this has been ingrained in my head. And even as a person of faith, as a Christian, we're taught not to ask
Yep.
questions, and we surely don't ask God questions. Don't get me
Right.
into theology.
That part.
But it took a while to
Mm.
retrain my mind to accept the thought that asking questions is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
So I'm wondering if some of us don't get our doctorate because we've been
taught
to not ask questions. And yet this whole journey is about asking questions, even of yourself.
Yeah.
If you haven't asked yourself, who am I and why am I doing this, somewhere along the doctoral journey, something is wrong.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, it's 20.
Yeah. That I was just gonna comment, like,
yeah.
Because a lot of people are walking around with downloaded thoughts and prepackaged purposes, and they haven't sat enough to say, what do I think, and question themselves. Like, let's be real. You have to question yourself first. And if you don't have the courage to question yourself, why do I believe this?
Yeah.
You know, not, oh, well, I was raised in this faith, or my parents said this way. Or society says. It's like, no, why do I believe this? Right. And then research it. Like, I know we're not supposed to go here, but listen.
Come on.
I promise you, it was like I've been a Christian my whole life, but I really felt like I had a conversion experience where I was like, oh, when I heard a sermon from a guy, and I was like, I don't like what he's saying, and he was like, essentially, he was like, some of y'all believe in God because your parents did, and you never really even asked yourself. Because does this, and then he was like, because does this really make sense? This guy comes from heaven, born of a virgin, and he dies on the cross for your sins. And he told the whole story. And he was like, that's like nonsense. And if you've never questioned that because you were a pew baby, then you don't have real faith, because you've never, what did he say? You've never interrogated your faith. And he said, and if you interrogate it, you'll come to faith for yourself. Yeah. And so I do believe that, like, some people are held back from getting into this journey because they haven't really interrogated their beliefs about themselves. Why do I think I'm not smart enough to get a doctorate?
Come on.
Why do I think I don't have enough money to get a doctorate? Why do I think I'm too old to get a doctorate? Why do I think, oh, it's not going to be financially beneficial for a doctorate? Like, that's what I was told. I was literally told this my second year. Why are you getting a PhD? You can do what you're trying to do without those letters. And people with those letters don't even make a lot of money, and the whole 9 yards. What I am finding is these letters open doors.
Hello.
That your girl would not be in the room. Okay. No, I'm talking contracts and grants that people are like, oh, Dr. O. Oh, yeah, I'm just thinking about Dr. O. Not Arinthia. And definitely not OJ. Because that's what everybody called me growing up. Like,
you're still OJ to me. But anyway. You're still OJ in my phone.
I'm still OJ to a lot of people in their phone. But again, so
yes,
question, interrogate your beliefs about why you're not starting.
And it's okay.
That's okay.
I felt the Bible study coming on.
Listen. What time is it?
It's okay to ask questions. Okay. Listen, we at time. Let's see. Well, we already did personal testimony. Well, okay. What the doctorate can and cannot do for your career. You talked. It opens doors.
Period. End of story.
Period. End of story. Even when you don't think that it will. And I'm sorry, I've got to say this. ABD is not PhD.
You coming for people tonight?
It's not. Someone said to me, ABD means I didn't finish. ABD is all but dissertation. I saw somebody put ABD on either their LinkedIn profile or a resume.
They put it on there?
They put it on there. Don't put ABD on it. ABD says I didn't finish. No, I need you to finish so you can be where God can best use you. Not that God can't use you if you don't have it. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that whether it's a PhD, an EDD, a DSW, a DBA, a DMA, whatever your doctorate is in, that's going to open doors for you.
By so many doors. So many.
PhD, we'll talk about that next time. But we are living testimonies. I've been able to do things that I would not have been able to do without this doctoral degree. So God it's a tool for God to open doors.
It is.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if we decoded anything, but we surely talked about our testimony. It's the truth.
It's the truth anyhow.
It's the truth anyhow. Let me end with this. People often ask, what's the difference in a PhD and a doctorate of? You still have to do research. Don't run from one to the other because you think you don't have to do research. Any doctorate requires research.
That part.
A PhD just means it may be a deeper level of research, but most PhDs it may be a more research focused degree, but you still have to do research. A doctorate of ministry, a doctorate of business, a doctorate of music, a doctorate of social work means that you want to perfect a practice element within your profession.
Nice.
Right? So it is, but you still have to do research. It's definitely research.
Yeah, you do.
So
you do.
Yeah. So anyway, we are at 32, 22 and counting.
Listen, one last thing. So y'all pray for me. So I found out last night, and I told Dr. Jones this before you jumped on, that I'm a finalist in it's called EALA, Educating All Learners Alliance. They have a new champions fund, which is like an annual, really competitive grant that comes with a year-long mentorship. And it's pretty much, it supports leaders of color and those who are having programs or, engaging in programs that have access and inclusion in education. And I literally found it on a friend's LinkedIn. And I said, back in April, let me just apply. I literally didn't think anything of it because I looked at the past recipients who've won, and they are big name people. But I was like, listen, you miss 1,000% of the shots you never take. So when I got the email and I told Dr. Jones, I thought it was a prank. So I didn't respond because I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And then they sent a follow-up email like, hey, Dr. Harris, we wanted to make sure that you knew you were a finalist. Can you send us a video, 30-second acceptance speech? We're, judging it right now. And even if you don't win, just to be put up on the website as one of the finalists, like bananas right now.
Come on.
Bananas. And so, like I said, it opens doors.
Uncommon favor. That's what Don said.
Uncommon favor.
Come on.
So y'all pray for me.
Okay, so we're praying about that.
Yes.
Praying about that. Oh, wow. Okay, so we know that's what's coming up for you. What else
is coming up?
What else
the VBS, make sure you register. Yes. VBS is for the whole family. So that's coming up. So really for the month of June, we are focusing heavily on VBS.
Awesome. So. What's coming up for me? Just wrapped up a mental health sermon and panel at Bethel SDA Church in New York.
Nice.
And, I'm executive director of the North American Association of Christians in Social Work. So we are preparing for a busy fall. We have a new book that's coming out, 7th edition. So getting our offices ready for that. We have our 75th convention coming up in November. Lord, please pray. We are expecting God to do abundantly above all that we can ask or think. So excited about that. I am trying to decide if I'm going to do a doctoral prep session this summer or in the fall. I have not decided. You know, every summer I usually do a doctoral summit.
Yep, the summit.
Every summer I usually do a summit. But, you know, got a lot going on. So we'll see. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
What do you think I should do? What do you need? What do you need?
Just put "we want it." All caps.
So that's kind of some things that are coming up for me. Thank God, working at UDC and grateful for the work there. So just a lot of work to do. Anyway, all right, we are overtime as we usually are because that's how we roll. We get off topic and because we're passionate about it. We're passionate about it. Anyway, let me leave you again with a thought for the day.
Yes.
The goal of the doctoral journey is not to show that you know everything. Rather, it is to reveal everything that is yet to be known. If you want to reach out, I also need to say, I don't know what is happening with my connections. My Google email is nothing coming through. So if you have reached out to me, I am so sorry. If I have not gotten any emails, I can't anyway. But you can still schedule a free consult, drkesslin.com. And I'll just have to check it through another means. But I'm still here for you. I am supportive of your doctoral journey, and I am there to help you. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. We did it.
We did it. It's been a few months of me saying, okay, but we did it. All right, let's log out. Listen, I always say the doctoral degree is not merely a degree of intelligence. It is a degree of persistence. And we are here to help you persist. Why? Because your research
matters.
Your research matters.
It so matters.
All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Love you, Mom and Dad.
Bye.
See ya next Sunday at 8. Bye.
That's cute. Okay, look at my hat. My hat was falling off.